American football's popularity in the United States is vastly and deeply woven into the fabric of American society. Teams from the NFL have massive and dedicated fan bases, and games consistently rank among the highest rated television broadcasts in the country, especially the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's ability to transcend sports and become a widely anticipated and celebrated event truly makes it a cultural phenomenon. Which begs the question, how did an unknown rugby league player from Sydney end up playing in Super Bowl 57? This is the story of Jordan Mailata, and it is probably the most impressive underdog story in Australian sporting history. Jordan Mailata was born on March 31st, 1997 in the southwest Sydney suburb of Bankstown. Growing up in Sydney and being of Samoan heritage, rugby league was Jordan's first true sporting passion, playing for the Bankstown Bulls Junior Rugby League Club. Mailata played professional rugby league for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs under-18s team. Unfortunately though, he would end up collapsing during a pre-season training session 1 week before he played his first SG ball game. After being diagnosed with a heart disorder, he underwent 2 operations to repair the upper and lower chambers of his heart. During his 1.5-year recovery, Jordan was unable to exercise and subsequently gained 20 kilograms, which led him to being dropped by the Bulldogs before playing a single game for them. Once healthy, Mailata returned to rugby league, playing for 5-dock in the Balmain competition. Jordan definitely passed the eye test, being 6'8" and weighing a mammoth 166 kilograms. It wasn't long until Mailata began to turn the heads of NRL club officials. In the end, it was the South Sydney Rabbitohs recruitment officer, Ben Rogers, who convinced him to sign for the club's feeder team on a 1-year deal worth only $3,500. The Rabbitohs coaches told Mailata that in order to progress up the ranks in the club and hopefully secure a better contract, that he would need to lose at least 15 kilograms from his 6'8" frame, as it would allow him to play longer stints on the field. Given rugby league's free-flowing nature, it was crucial that Jordan could stay on the field for longer than the 10-minute stints he was known for. In an early display of his perseverance and determination, it's been reported by Rabbitohs officials that despite not being fit, he had something in him. That something was the heart to succeed. Reports also showed that it was common for Mailata to do extra laps around Redfern Oval to try and improve his fitness. Mailata's perseverance paid off, shedding a huge 28 kilos from his bulking frame. Despite losing the weight, Jordan's rugby league contract wasn't paying the bills, as he would also try his hand working in scaffolding, carpentry and demolition. Whilst training hard for the Rabbitohs, Jordan's management team created a highlights video to show to rugby union clubs. It just so happened that in December 2017, this video ended up in the hands of someone from the NFL's International Players Pathway program, a program aimed at increasing participation in the NFL from around the world. This someone was Aiden Durd, the IPP program development coach. Durd recounts the story of receiving a text message containing the link to Jordan's rugby league highlight reel. He was instantly impressed by what he saw and set up a chance for Mailata to have an official workout for the IPP program in LA 1 month later in January 2018. Given that there was no guarantee that his rugby league contract with the Rabbitohs was going to improve, Jordan's management team encouraged him to try American football, as it was a sport that would truly appreciate his size and athletic talents. So, Jordan ultimately took the risk of leaving the Rabbitohs to join the IPP program to try and learn a game of which he knew absolutely nothing about. The next step in Jordan's journey led him to the IMG Academy in Florida, where he would begin learning the game of American football. Learning any new sport is hard. However, learning one that involves intricate techniques and extensive playbooks is an extremely daunting task. The average NFL player will need to memorize roughly 70 to 100 plays, depending on the coaching system. Compare this to the average NRL team, whereby teams run set plays much less, and the plays themselves are much simpler and straightforward to understand. Hearing an NFL play being called with no basis of knowledge is literally like hearing another language being spoken. That's how confusing it can be. Have a listen to this example.
Twins right, key left, 631 smash, F drag, sneak, hey, alert. If he press you, I'm gonna check my hand. If I open palm, that's a fade. If I give you the slant signal, that's a slant. All right, here we go, one more time. We got 631 smash, F drag, sneak on 1, alert.
Understanding this aspect of American football is crucial to understanding just how impressive Jordan Mailata's story is. He left the comfortability of his home city with opportunities to potentially make it to the NRL and backed himself to learn an insanely difficult sport from the ground up. The NFL is known for being an extremely hard professional league for non-Americans to play in, as most NFL players would have played the game from an early age, giving them the opportunity to learn the techniques and play calling style from an early age. From the very start of his training at the IMG Academy, Jordan was held to the highest of standards, training alongside 4 other NFL hopefuls for 12 hours a day. The first of Jordan's big breaks came when Jeff Stoutland, the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line coach, came to the IMG Academy to evaluate Jordan's prospects. It was from here that Jordan began being taught how to play in the position of left tackle by none other than Stoutland himself. Lining up on the left of the offensive line, the left tackle is normally one of the biggest and strongest guys on the field because their main job is to protect the quarterback and the running back. It is one of the most important positions on the offensive line as it protects a right-handed quarterback's blind side. Stoutland spent the next 2 months teaching Jordan in a classroom setting about protection and run schemes in order to prepare Mailata for his pro day in March 2018. Pro days are localized events in which prospects perform positional drills, conduct athletic testing, and interface with NFL evaluators. It was clear that he had an impressive performance, as 1 week later, Jordan was invited to participate in the NFL draft. With the 233rd pick in the 7th round of the draft, Jordan Mailata officially became a Philadelphia Eagle. To put this into perspective, it is basically unheard of for someone with 0 gridiron experience to be drafted into a professional American football team. Once he was officially part of an NFL roster, the constant coaching that Jordan received from elite level coaches only accelerated his learning curve. Despite this, Jordan still needed time to develop his technique and learn how to play the game at an elite level, so he didn't see any NFL action until the first week of the 2020 season. Mailata would end up being subbed into the game after the starting left tackle, Jack Driscoll, had to be subbed out due to injury. Jordan would seize this opportunity perfectly, as he would go on to become the Philadelphia Eagles' preferred starter in the crucially important position of left tackle. Since making his debut, Mailata has developed a reputation of being one of the best left tackles in the NFL, and out of his 46 games, he has started in 41 of them. This led to the Philadelphia Eagles offering Mailata a 4-year contract extension after the 2020 season worth a staggering $64 million USD. Fast forward to the 2022 season, and Mailata and the Eagles would finish the season with a record of 14-3, finishing atop the NFC East division. This record had them tied with the Kansas City Chiefs for the best record in the NFL, team that they would go on to play in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately for Mailata, the Eagles fell just 3 points short of winning the Super Bowl, losing to the Chiefs and their reigning MVP quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Regardless of the outcome of the Super Bowl, Jordan Mailata's story is one of success and courage, and it is all the evidence we need to see that sometimes when you back yourself, amazing things can happen.